Have you ever wondered if an old, overgrown, and even ugly hedge can be saved and even potentially become beautiful again? We did just that with our hedge in the front yard, and I will show you today how we did it and share with you my tips for growing evergreen hedge. Welcome back. Hey friends, Ule is back again. Ule is back. I'm so happy because after a few weeks where I had to take care of all the gardening tasks and family tasks alone, he came back, and I'm so happy. Well, it's not that I would be alone. You are always with me as well. But he is there and he takes care of his lawn, and I can stick to my roses. But this week we want to tackle bigger task. We want to trim the hedge in front of our winter garden. So come along with us. Yeah. It looks so funny. Okay. It's definitely time to tackle this. Right, Uli? The hedge in the front yard used to look sad, really sad. The fence was broken. The plants were struggling and they were so high that we had hardly any sun in the front yard. And some of the plants even were struggling that much and were that unhealthy that we had to replace them. And as you know me by now, I like to give old things second chance, even old hedges. So we decided to save the plants and make them beautiful again. We cut the hedge back strongly. And it was really a big size. It was the size of a Christmas tree that came down from the yew tree and the tuya. And this is why I like actually the yew trees, because even if you cut them back very strongly, the old plants, they will come again and will be beautiful. For the tuya tree, if you cut into old wood, they will stay as they are, nothing happened there. So actually it had to go, because after we took all the wood down, it simply did not look good. Big yew plants are expensive. We bought 6 new plants for our hedge to replace the tuya and the one plant that was really struggling and unhealthy. And each of these plants cost us €75. And they were just only 1.75 m, so not really big ones. So you can imagine how much we would pay for the size of these beautiful trees. So I can only recommend to cut the yew, if you have it, back and wait a little bit until it will be wonderful again. It takes maybe 2 to 3 years, but a yew tree grows 20 to 30 centimeters per year. So you will be very quickly there where you want to be, and it's worth it. Not just only because of the beauty, but also for your cash. To make the hedge feel more natural, we planted not just only yew trees, we also planted holly, because it looks so beautiful in autumn, has these wonderful red berries that provide not just only beauty and fun to us, but also a lot of food to the birds. Sometimes it's just very quickly empty, which is fun just to observe. And we also have in our hedge, that is evergreen, the cherry laurel. That is again a beautiful plant if you have it in your hedge in the spring, because it blooms in white color. I really love this mix of a hedge plants that we have in front of our winter garden in front of our house, because it changes throughout the seasons and provide not just only shelter to the birds, but also food to the birds and beauty. It blooms. It simply suits to our wonderful rose garden. So, but now let's go to work. I always underestimate how much work this is. You have to trim tree after tree, and we try to do it very cautiously, because you can better trim less at the beginning if you don't want to have this really hard cut back. And then you can go further if you have the feeling this is not enough. When planting a hedge, you probably have to ask yourself what you want from this hedge. So for us, it was to create a privacy. It was the most important stuff, and privacy throughout the year. So we have all the plants, evergreen plants, in front of the winter garden. And also, don't forget that you can decide on the plants that will not grow that quickly. Like our plants are perfectly suited to our life. Sometimes we do not have time for trimming it back. So it will survive and we can just do it later on. This little project, the trimming this weekend, but even the bigger one, just replacing the plants and restoring the old hedge and the fence, just reminds me that it's possible to create beauty from something old with enough care, time, and a proper vision. So this is our hedge. Beautiful, stronger and healthier than ever. It's more like us. And I hope that I could inspire you to see potential in all things that someone else already gave up. And if you are new here, welcome. This channel is all about this beauty around us, gardening in a rose garden or by the lake, sharing my tips, but most of all, sharing my journey towards a dream of buying and restoring something much more meaningful. With that, I see you next time.